Hello, welcome back and thanks for joining me. It's Judy from Thistledew Creations and I'm back with another Happy Mail video for Happy Mail Monday. I saved up my Happy Mail from the last 2 weeks because there wasn't a lot coming in probably because of December. Everyone's just so busy that we don't tend not to send as much Happy Mail. And even if we do, the mail is so slow that time of year that it might be slower getting to me. So I've got 4 things, 2 ATCs, which I've already looked at, but I wanted to save them and include them in this video, so I left them on my desk. And so this is from Seigel Spitzer in Colonia, New Jersey. And she sent this nice little card, which I can use all of these little squares. Cut them out. Thanks for the trade. And what do we got? We got a few extras and 3 cards. So a couple of extras. We've got this little piece which has cute little images on it. And it's got some weird writing on the back. And then, yeah, more of that sort of, this looks like it was out of a cookbook. And then here's the cards that we traded for. So we've got this one, which is a nice collage with one of those little fashion ladies on it. It says day off and family and just as true as stars. I like to pick out little words from music too and use them. And then I really liked this hand-drawn, looks like it's done with markers, maybe a little watercolor background and some splatter. And what is she calling this? Nothing. Oh, dandelions. And then this one, again, hand drawn with markers, it looks like, and then maybe pencil crayons in the background making the envelope. I just love it. This one's just called Happy Mail. Let's see what this one's called. TLV. Not sure what that stands for. So Seigel, if you're watching, let me know what TLV stands for. It might be obvious if I think about it, but it's not coming to me right now. So there's those. I'm going to keep them in the envelope that they came in so that I don't forget who sent them to me, because I still have one more step to do before I consider those put away. And that is to get my little clear Post-it notes and put the address on the back of where they came from, name and address. And I'd love to know where you got that Happy Mail stamp. That's awesome. And the cards were in these little bags, so I'll probably keep those as well. So that's one ATC swap. And then there was another one here from Lori Wallace in, it's hard to see, Somethingville, Texas, near Austin anyway, because that's the postage stamp. And what we've got here is a neat raven stamp on the back with a W. And a little card just to protect them. Happy holidays, Lori. And I loved every one of these too. The mason jar with the winter scene inside. Oh, I just love it. Alcohol ink print and tape and collage. Made December 13th, 25. And the little cardboard gingerbread men and women. Or yeah, man and woman. The bow tie tells you which one they are. Collage and marker. And then this one, I just absolutely love this one. And it says it's 1902 Sears catalog collage. So I'm imagining that she just cut these out. These must have been doilies that were for sale. And then she's put them on a black card and then drawn these little stitch lines. I just love that. It's so simple and so easy to do, but just gorgeous. So very thrilled with those. Thank you so much, Lori. Put those back. I'll pull them up. I'll have to pull them back out to take a picture. And then James and Ruthie Phelps sent me this, and it says paper craft, no cash value. And I don't know for sure what this is. I haven't looked at this one yet, so I'm not sure what it is or what it was for. Let's see if there's a note inside. Oh, it's just papers. So they look like dyed papers, maybe crinkled up and dyed. I would have to look back in my messages to see what this was for. Let me just see if I can do that real quick. Turn off Camellia Crafts for a minute. I always run a video in the background when I'm filming. Let's see, what was the name? Ruthie? If she's not in my messages, then she's probably sent it as an ATC. No, it says pastels. Okay, what have we got here? Junk Journal for Peace is the Facebook group. And I was talking about the bread closer tags and how I save those and use them in junk journaling. And she said she would like some, but she didn't know what to send me in return. So she sent me a list of a few things that she had. And then I said, I would love some homemade dyed paper. And then she asked me which colors, and I said pastels. So that's what this was for. It was basically a swap that we initiated ourselves just from talking about things on Facebook. So I sent her some bread tab closers, and if you're not sure what I mean by that, let's see if I can find them. Mostly I save them to use in clusters, but we use, when we get a bag of bread nowadays, instead of having the plastic tab like you used to always see, now they're made of cardboard. So I mean, I would use the plastic ones, but the cardboard ones are even cooler. So that's what I sent her, and then she sent me this in return. So just to let, especially newbies, to let you know that when you're talking about swapping with someone, you don't have to swap for the same things. You just have to be, just communicate and see what the other person has that you don't and swap for that. So I can't wait to use these. It'll be very fun to use. And then this one is from Lisa Chikos in, it says Whisk Rapids, Wisconsin. WISC. And it says on the back that it was a full page hugger swap, which I do remember participating in. And it was before Christmas, so it's Christmassy themed. And so there's some goodies in here, Christmas goodies, little things that I can use to do ATCs, and a tag, and I love bingo cards. A little Santa card. And then this is, let's see here, just some stuff inside of it, back and front. So she made hers as, oops, what was it called? Full page hugger. So you use a full page of paper and you fold it in such a way that it hugs over the corner of a page like that. And what she's done is she's put a pocket on the back side, and she tucked a bunch of goodies inside of it. So we've got, I just want to look at the page hugger for a minute. So we've got the pocket has saying December 25th. I love the red truck, holiday memories, and then just some book page in there. And then this side, she's done it out of book page, but covered it with some Christmas paper. And that reinforces the book page because it's sort of fragile. And then it looks like hers is meant to go this way. Yeah, so it goes on the bottom of the page in your book, your journal. And then when you turn the page, you've got the pocket. And you can also use this as a tuck spot on the front side of the page. So here's the goodies that she had in there. A little snippet strip that you can use as a belly band or a page edger. Just love making those. And then a little Santa Claus postcard. Fun. Sweets and candy canes, elf tested. And it's like a ledger on the back. I love these little cards. Postcard. So a little late for me to use these this year, but all my Christmas stuff is not tucked away too far, so I can put it in there and it'll be on the top of the pile when I go to take everything out next November. And then, oh my goodness, these rub-ons work beautifully in journals or on cards. I hope you like them, Lisa. And they are beautiful. Beautiful, not so Christmassy. And this looks like it's, I don't know if that's just like the back, the packaging. Oh, so there's several pages of rub-ons. I love those splattery ones. And then the packaging. Of course, you know I'll use the packaging too. So it's nice when they put nice packaging with something that isn't all marked up with their logos. You see, there isn't anything on there that tells you where that came from. It's just another piece of fun paper to use. I'm gonna have that facing out so that I know it's there. And like I say, I'll put that right on the top of my Christmas stuff. So next year when I open that bin up, it's all right there for me to find. So thank you very much to all the people that sent me happy mail this week. I really appreciate it, and I love everything that I got. So if you like seeing happy mail videos, tune in every Monday. Oh, and that was the other thing I wanted to show you is coming from Wisconsin. This is a large envelope, but she's folded it over because it didn't need to be that big. So it ended up being about 6.5 by 12. And it was $5.15. So some of you from the States, I know a lot of people in the States, not all of you, but I see a lot of people saying they only want to mail to the States. And I assume it's because of the cost. Maybe it's more because of the hassle of just not knowing how much postage to put on. So you have to go to the post office, and that might not be convenient for everybody. But if it's because you think it's too expensive, this is a good example of what it could cost you to send happy mail to Canada. So it's $5.15 plus the items inside. And it wasn't, it wasn't terribly thick or heavy, so that probably helped. I do wish they would put the weight on these labels, but they don't seem to. But I just wanted to mention that because we do get that an awful lot. This one also was from Kentucky, and it was a regular sized envelope, and it was just one of the round forever stamps. And that seems to get it here because I get a lot of envelope happy mail that's just a round stamp. So it might be more than the stamp that you need to send within the States, but I don't think it's that expensive. If anyone knows how much these are costing right now, could you let us know in the comments? Just so I know. You guys probably know, but just so that I know how much it really costs for you guys to send a letter to Canada. So anyway, thanks very much for watching. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Most of all, have a great day and happy crafting.